Today, we're going to take a look at Transformers Legacy Breakdown, and this is the hardest to come by of the Stunticons, and is he worth it? Well, he's not the hardest to come by anymore because he recently was re-released, so not as hard to come by as he once was all those years ago, but let's just get into it. Let's talk about him, see what's good with him. Breakdown is my favorite Stunticon, so hopefully this goes well. It's not going to, but hopefully. This is Breakdown. I love Breakdown. For one, he turns into my favorite car of all time, the Lamborghini Countach from the 80s. I don't know the exact year, unfortunately. I just really like the look of it. I just call it the 80s one. I'm not a massive car guy, but I do have a favorite car, and it is that. The same one as Sideswipe and Sunstreaker. Yes, this guy turns into that, and he's part of Menasor. I don't have all of Menasor. I have Dead End at the moment. I ordered Dragstrip and I ordered Wild Rider around the same time as this guy in the hopes that someday maybe they'll re-release Commander Motormaster. They probably won't. I hope they do. But, yeah, God knows if they will, actually. He's really expensive now, and it's actually so stupid how expensive he is, but it is what it is. And Breakdown, he looks pretty solid. Overall, the design's not super plain. He has a lot of that nice dark navy blue to him. The white looks pretty good. And, of course, that red face is very nice as well. One of my favorite aspects of him is his color scheme. I love the dark blue, and I love the white. It's such a nice color scheme. In my opinion, it's the best one out of all of the Stunticons. Because, you know, while the other ones are nice, like Dead End's maroon and gold, and Dragstrip's kind of yellow and maroon, and then Wild Rider's black and red, and Motormaster's gray and purple, black and red, or not black and red, black and purple look. I just find this is the most unique, because the other ones are all darker colors. He has a lot more of a bright color with white, and that really changes it. You're seeing, he is Kibble-tastic, unfortunately. This guy is very interestingly heavily based off of the Combiner Wars Dead End, aka the mold that showed up so many times it got ridiculous. Like, that thing was probably, it might even be the most repainted mold other than a Seeker mold. It genuinely showed up that many times in Combiner Wars. It was insane. There was slight remolds to it, but it was genuinely everywhere. This guy transforms and functions the exact same. It's different, but every bit of that transformation is the exact same as that Combiner Wars figure, which is a little interesting. There's different things you can do with the backpack, like splay it out like this if you wish. I'm not a big fan of that. I think it makes it look worse because then there's more going on, like it hangs lower, so maybe with Wild Rider I'll do that, just so they have a little bit of a difference. Oh, did I mention this guy is a remold of Wild Rider? Yes, he's the only one who didn't get a unique mold from that set. Superion would later follow this trend when they would make the other guys, well, pretty well 2 molds, and for the limbs, and that's it, and slightly remold some parts. That was basically all Superion did, which is very unfortunate. But with this guy, they only did the one, and it's my favorite one, and they ruined it in the alt mode, which we'll talk about when we get there. But, you know, the robot modes, whatever. It's still fine. It looks like Breakdown. I mean, it has the chest, the arms. I mean, who really cares at this point? Yeah, it's a bit more Wild Rider than it should be, unfortunately, but what are you going to do? At least it still kind of looks like the guy it's supposed to be. And I don't mind the giant kibble slab, except it hangs out a little too far. If it was flush, I don't think I'd mind it, but it can't go flush. Even if you sprawl this out, it doesn't go flush, because the windshield is there. The windshield does not hinge back where I think it should. There's a little bit of extra room, but it doesn't go any further. It stops at this pin. And there, is it? No, it's just silver paint. It just stops there. If that little bit was there, and this could go down just a little bit further, I kid you not, it would probably fit well. But no, it doesn't. It sticks out. They intentionally did that. That part in there that's stopping it, I don't know if you can really see it. There's that one little part, that one little silver edge. That part is what does it. It blocks it, and it causes the backpack to sit really high. and it doesn't look very good. It's just a very big shame. Wild Rider comes with, or not Wild Rider, very much Wild Rider. Breakdown comes with 2 accessories. He comes with his spoiler, which is, yes, based off the Lamborghini Countach spoiler, which, yes, we'll talk about. And his gun, which is fairly generic, has a generic 5mm on the side and a peg for some reason. I don't know why. He holds it. It's a little odd, though. Like, I feel like the grip's way too far forward. Like, why does it have to sit on his arm? What's up with that? Like, I feel like that's a very awkward gun. It's more like a camera than a gun. That's what it seems like. And with this guy, the spoiler has nowhere else to go. It's just an accessory at that point, so you can either add it to the gun and give it to him in his hand, or you can make the world's lamest sword, which, on brand. I mean, did you see them Combiner Wars Stunticons? They had some weirdo guns and weapons in that one. I think he was the only one with a gun, actually, now I'm thinking about it. Dead End straight up had a pipe. He genuinely had a pipe. It was strange, man. But, yeah, not the greatest. I mean, he has the weirdest sword possible, and he has a giant backpack. His articulation's also mid with a ball-jointed head, forward, back, outward, swivel, elbow goes exactly 90, waist swivel, forward, back, out, swivel, knee joint, and he has in and out and forward at the foot. That's it. That's all you get. Nothing crazy, not unique. Just cookie cutter. Let's get into that transformation, which, as I mentioned, is very akin. If you own that Dead End from 2015-ish, 2016-ish, you know what I'm talking about here. You're going to fold in the hands, which are ratcheted, just like that figure. Okay. Rotate the waist. Similar step. Clip the legs together, which is an exact same step. And you're going to fold the feet forward. Now, the original one didn't have feet. The 2015 did not have feet, so there's that. Also, the head, the chest opens and you fold it in. So that's a different step as well. But how the front is handled is the exact same way, which, to get it in, you have to kind of unpeg the front end like this so you can get it to fold up. And then do that. And then you can fold down the windshield, which is exactly like that other figure. And then take the legs and do the exact same transformation step where it does that, folds over. The arms, they have a little tab they have to hit to keep it straightened out. Then you add on the spoiler. And there's Dead End's alt form, which is completely inaccurate. Now, I don't usually care in this case, but this is the case of him turning into a Lamborghini Countach. The same model, if I'm not mistaken, as Sideswipe, Red Alert, and Sunstreaker. This is not a Lamborghini Countach. This is Wild Rider's alt form. Now, I don't think they changed much. I'm not sure. I don't have Wild Rider to compare. I don't think this is different. The rear end, kind of. The profile is all wrong. It's too squished. Like, it's going upward too much. The Lamborghini Countach is a much flatter car. And, again, wouldn't care that much, except they tried putting in a lot of the stuff that should be there. Like, this red part is where, like, the kind of trunk would go. I guess, yeah, trunk, I'll call it a trunk. The front area where you'd store things, because the engine's in the back. Yeah, they kind of screwed it up for me here, but I mean, it's still not the worst alt form. It looks fine. I mean, I like the blue stripe around the bottom. Didn't paint anything other than that red kind of. It's actually a square technically because it has 4 sides, or rectangle. It's lame that it's not, you know. It's just not what I wanted. But let's talk about this guy with our final thoughts. The figure is fine, but for the price point he once went for, he was never worth it. For those who don't know about that price point, he was what was the crown jewel, really. He came out in the last wave of Legacy, and such is the course of last waves, was impossible to find. Yes, impossible to find. because that last wave, I forget who else was in it, but this was the one everybody wanted. Usually in the last wave, it's a bunch of figures nobody cares about. Except for when they throw in one. And this guy was the one. He sold out everywhere, and they never restocked it because, again, it was the last wave of Legacy, so who cared? He sold out so unbelievably quick, his prices went up. But he was a repaint the whole time. He was just a repaint of a figure that people considered the worst Stunticon, which was Wild Rider. Now, I'm going to probably like Breakdown more than Wild Rider, just because it's Breakdown. That's my thing. I'm going to end up liking him because he's the character I like more, probably. But he has a sin committed, which is, yes, the alt mode is completely wrong. Which, like I said, usually don't care about. But when it comes to it being my favorite car, I kind of care. It's a fine figure. It's bang on average, but I like Dead End more. Dead End is really good. I love that Dead End. That Dead End is really fun. I'm giving him a 2 out of 5, mostly because he's bang on average, but he's also stupidly inaccurate to what he should be. The backpack really sucks. His weapon is really funny looking, and this spoiler also sucks because you can't store it anywhere. It also blocks the only ports to put the gun in the alt form, so you can't even store the gun. What an absolute shame for what is probably one of my more favorite Decepticon characters. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. 2 out of 5, just for his inaccuracies. 3 out of 5 on a nice day, if it, the mold itself's 3 out of 5, but just for what it stands for, I'm giving it 2 out of 5. I also paid more money than I should have for this guy, because I didn't care when they re-released him. I ended up paying like $50 for him, which is $10 more, which isn't the worst, but, kind of sucks on him. Anyway, that's really all for this review. This has been my review of Transformers Legacy Breakdown. This has been Neil Delete signing out.